Happy Friday, good night, good evening, and if you catch this, good morning, and welcome to another edition of Grade A Picks on Prize Picks. Well, as you see here from the last episode, hit the taco right there for a nice little 75 win. A lot of stupid offensive mistakes definitely didn't help me here. So, and pretty much Buffalo pretty much sat on the ball when they damn sure could have moved the ball a couple of times. So I could have power played this, but 45 into 56 and a half. But my main picks that I kept talking about, I keep always either taking his under or going over. Rashad White has definitely come through for me this year. Definitely gets the passing volume. Gabe Davis had a great game also against the Buccaneers secondary. So that's pretty much what's going on there. What is going on right now is this is for the week 8 props, and I have 3 what I feel are grade A props that I will be tailing myself. I'm looking for other props on other research that I feel comfortable with, but right now I'm literally giving you 3. I can talk through a couple of others, but my main 3 will be as follows. The first one that came to my mind was Breece Hall. This prop is trending up. It's Breece Hall at 68.5. It's trending up from 66.5. Against the Giants defense, I'm pretty sure Breece could have a solid 70 to 80 yard day. That's what I think can happen. Once again, Giants very weak against the run. I mean, the defense is not that good to begin with, but the Giants defense not playing against the most juggernaut offense. But like I said, Jets offensive line should be able to let Breece break one. When we counteract that, I have been looking at this. This is another one that I've been thinking about and taking the under on Saquon. If you're going to take the under on Saquon, it seems like you're going to have to, because it seems Prize Picks might know that this might drop a little bit. This opened at 70.5, so it only dropped 1. It's not one of my favorite plays. It's not, in my top 3. But this is definitely one of those that I want to discuss. I really feel that the way the Jets, the attitude, and just how hard-nosed they are, I think they know if they just key on Saquon, they need to make Tyrod Taylor throw that ball. Now, of course, that could work against them. Maybe the Giants find success. They still have Sauce Gardner and others in. One in concussion protocol, one also hurt. They're still not cleared yet. But even if they do get those guys, I think the Jets front seven should be able to contain Barkley. The scheme should be to contain Barkley and make Tyrod Taylor win the game. But that doesn't fall. I would say it's a top 5 pick, but it's not my favorite pick. My second one I would like to go through is Christian Kirk this week. I actually like his over for 55.5. Why? Because it dropped from 56.5. Going against one of the definitely one of the most generous pass defenses in the Pittsburgh Steelers. Christian Kirk literally has a big advantage here. So if you paid attention to last week's Pittsburgh game, he runs all types of routes, outs, deep slants, curls, whatever. But they really keyed in on Cooper Kupp, which left Puka Nacua running the slants. And that's what Christian Kirk does. He can run the deep slants as well. So I think he could tear up underneath what Calvin Ridley is going to open up. So with that, Christian Kirk is definitely my second pick. I'm taking that for the over. The targets have been just amazing. After just getting 3 targets on week 1, the targets go as follows from week 2 on: 14, 6, 12, 8, 6, 6. The yardage: 90, 49, 78, 84, 54, 110. So, I mean, week 1 was a disaster. He only got 9. So let's literally say like his season really started week 2. And from week 2 on, he's passed this prop 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and he's just missed it by a yard once, and then he had the 49-yard week. Seems to, not have the best of times against Indianapolis, but guess what? He's already played his 2 games against Indy. Everybody else, he's doing just fine. But Christian Kirk, definitely, I think is going to be kind of the same script. I think Trevor Lawrence will be able to get it underneath him. While I think it's whatever coverage they run on Calvin Ridley, he's going to be able to. Christian Kirk is going to be able to tear them up underneath, just like how Puka Nacua did when Cooper Kupp got locked up. We're playing for that same game script right there. And then my third grade A pick. I mean, might as well get on the gravy train with it until it goes up. Because I think it's opened and I think it stayed there. We're definitely going to go for the over. We're going to go for the over on Alvin Kamara. I mean, why not? I mean, ever since he came back, I mean, he's literally destroyed this prop. I mean, he's literally getting this prop because, I mean, I just got to say, he sucks. I mean, the offense looks ugly. I don't know how long they're going to wait because they need to really get that offense going now. Yes, new pieces, new quarterback and everything, but the offense just looks so stagnant and ugly to look at that it's so bad that he's getting so many dump offs that his point per catch is like really being a factor on FanDuel when it's half a point on the blue site, but on DraftKings it's a full point. But he's getting so many dinks and dunks that you might as well pick him. Like, his receptions alone almost equals his, what his salary value is, the way he's getting the passes down. So, and besides, on Prize Picks, you can take advantage of this, because if it's a push, then automatically we're gonna work the system here, right? So we're gonna flex this. But guess what? Let's say he ends up with 5 exactly. Well, we're gonna take the advantage because now it becomes a power play between Breece Hall and Christian Kirk, and we just have to depend on them two to get their yardage. If there's anything else that I will possibly like, I think in the revenge narrative, you got to go for it because it's the only game that he hasn't got a touchdown yet. I like this one right here. It seems so easy, yes, but guess what? The one time he didn't get that touchdown, Jalen Hurts was against Washington. So, revenge narrative there. I really think, like I said, the front seven will do their best to try and stop him, but like I said, he's going to be able to get that. He's going to be able to get that goal line look, and I think he should be able to get that. So that's like an A minus, probably B plus prop for me. And I think he's going to open it up anyway because Washington's going to get destroyed. I mean, they give up so many yards that it's somewhat ridiculous. So we can actually look at Devontae Smith. I actually did mark down A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown has now gone from 88.5 to 89.5. You can look at that. I also like Garrett Wilson's 58.5. Other props that I do like. Oh, there was another prop that I did like too. Hold on. Let me see. What was it? What was it? Devonta Smith in a rebound. He's been kind of slow these last couple weeks, but guess what? The deep range that the Redskins give up, Devontae could get that in one pass. I know I say that about wide receivers, but he can literally get that in one pass. And with his almost 90-yard prop, I really think A.J. Brown is going to get one pass where he's going to get most of his prop. In a comeback narrative too, this was another prop that I did like. Oh, well, let's get back to the running backs. I also like this prop. The reason why the Pacheco prop spoke to me, in the Bronco game, he fell short of this a couple of weeks ago. So this is a quick rematch, 62 yards. I actually like this because on the road, if Kansas City does get ahead, that ball, he's part of their narrative anyway. But 64.5, this has dropped. Okay, so for those who haven't seen this prop, Pacheco dropped and started at 68.5. Okay, so that's a significant drop. That's 4 yards that we could use right there for cushion. It's another prop that I do like. But like I said, my main 3 props would be Kamara, Breece Hall, Christian Kirk. But if you wanted me to make a 5-pick card, I also wouldn't mind in his comeback. I know they're going to want to get him involved. Tank Dell, I actually like him for over 3.5 receptions as well. that would be a 4 pick, but I like Pacheco. But these are like my main like top 3. Like this right here is my A minus too. Like if you made me pick others, then it would be that. Other receiving props, I think London is at 4. We could go back to the well, because if you expect Drake London and Atlanta to not be able to run against that Tennessee defense, Drake London is now 2 yards higher. This opened at 51.5. When I started doing my research, it's now 53.5. The volume that he gets, he can definitely get that. Now, I can't say too much about his partner because the Titans actually defend the tight end very well. They're one of the stingiest at giving up at that position. So that's why I'm not as big as when Pacheco dropped 4 yards, Kyle Pitts dropped 5 yards. This opened at 37.5. It makes me wonder if I should take it. It might be something that I build in another card or whatever. I'm still tempted to take that. That's a lot. That's a lot of drop. That's a lot of yards dropped off a prop. So, but other than that, I think those are my main picks right there. Like I said, I want to do a Breece Hall, Christian Kirk, Alvin Kamara. Those are my favorite in the tank though. But if you made me pick 3, it will definitely be, like I said, I always start with 3. It's these main ones right here. Kamara for more than 5 receptions. Christian Kirk for more than 55.5 yards. I'm taking care of that now because I don't know if they might go back up. And like I said, that was the first prop that opened my eyes. Breece Hall. We got Breece Hall at 3. We're going to flex it because, like I said, if Kamara ends at 5, it's a push, and then they drop your card down, and then it automatically be a 2-pick power play. So it kind of covers it in a way. So you don't have to power play this in a way. Kind of covers your ass twice in a way, if you get what I'm saying. Because the rules on prize picks is, remember, this is not a traditional parlay. A push, you lose. Over here, this just becomes even between you and him, between you and prize picks, and now it's just about these 2 players right here. So we're just really counting on these 2 guys to really get their prop, because automatically it seems like just naturally by the system, Kamara is just going to get, 5 receptions, and then it's just a case of whatever else is just gravy. So, we're kind of protecting ourselves with this 3 pick right here. So once again, at this point in time, Breece Hall, 68.5 over, 55.5 for Christian Kirk. And once again, if you want to 3 pick it, mix match it, or take some of these props and make your own card, go ahead. But in his comeback game, I like Tank Dell for over 3.5 against Carolina. And we shall, what did I say? Oh yeah, Kamara for over 5.5. Now, before I end this vid, there is something I definitely want to talk about. Now, these props are way too low. These are the type of props that I like to attack. But I just can't bring myself, sorry about that. I just can't bring myself to attack these props because we don't have a clear, oh, by the way, Damian Pierce against Carolina is a nice prop to have 53.5. But the fact that we just don't know, and literally the report between Miles Sanders and Chuba Hubbard is pretty much, we're going to play the hot hand. We can't predict the hot hand. Hot hand is pretty much how the game is flowing, and we're not going to know that until the game starts, and it's going to be too late to pick this prop. If you can hear any news, or if I hear any news, I would definitely do a quick vid update on this. But as of right now, these are 2 props that are a must to attack. Could it be possible that they kind of split the work, and against a bad rush defense, they could both get this prop? If you ask me to pick right now, I'm going to pick Chuba Hubbard for 34.5, being the more explosive runner. I think Chuba could get that, even in split work. I think in split work, they both can get that. But the news is not clear yet. Both are healthy. Miles Sanders is ready to come back after the shoulder. But the reports were these words exactly. We're going to take a hot hand approach to our backfield workload. What does that mean? You just got to see who's looking more electric, who's looking more explosive. That's something that you can't research. That's just something that you're in the game with. But, like I said, I think I can go with this game script. I think Miles Sanders, I think him being totally healthy, even though he starts off great, he'll have to play real well to dominate the backfield. When I say dominate the backfield, him getting 16 to 20 carries and Chuba only getting like 9 to 11. I think they'll take it easy with Miles. And I think they'll definitely work in Chuba Hubbard to get like at least double-digit carries. Double-digit carries against Houston, I will favor Chuba Hubbard. I think he can get that 34 and a half. With the opportunity, he can get it. So, I mean, he was getting some of this when Miles Sanders was around. So, I mean, why not? So, if anything, I favor Chuba on this. But like I said, once again, the props that we are taking, I will put them back on the board. Once again, Tank Dell over 3.5. We'll take Tank Dell 3.5. Kamara over 5. Once again, that's the strategy. It's kind of like a safe play right there. Breece Hall. The Breece Hall over and the Christian Kirk over. But the original card that I do have is this. Like I said, if you want to add Tank Dell to another card later, be my guest. That's one of my favorite plays. But my main 3 pick is this right here. If I get any news, I will do a quick prize pick vid on why you should do whatever. And before they jump, whatever the case shall be. But like I said, those props for both of those running backs, they're talented running backs. I like them both. Yes, Miles Sanders can be frustrating to roster in fantasy, but both him and Chuba Hubbard can combine. And you can, if they were literally going to say they were going to split the work, that's something that I'll actually might want to play around with and do a card with one, do my favorite picks and do a card with another. And then at the same time, what I would like to do is I wouldn't mind putting in both. This is a bottom 7, damn near bottom 5 ranked defense. Houston's been bad defending the run for the past 3 years. Well, this will be including 3 years. So it is very weird. It's a very weird situation. Normally you at least get the basic, oh, this guy's gonna start. Obviously starting at running back doesn't mean anything. Starting means you're just getting the first carry, the first one on the field. But you know, like I said, it's very rare you hear the hot hand approach. So, I mean, we'll just have to wait. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. But right now, like once again, if you made me pick, it will without a doubt, I will have to pick Chuba Hubbard. I will have to pick Chuba Hubbard without a doubt. But hey, there you go. Those are my top 3 week 8 picks. Like I said, I'm still fumbling around with some cards, but this will most likely be my first 3 pick right here. Like I said, I would flex this, guys, because like I said, you are protecting yourself. In this case, with the Alvin Kamara prop, if he squashes or whatever, then you know it's a power play anyway. You understand what I'm saying? And then of course, if you miss, it's a flex. You get some money back. But like I said, I do like this card right here. The Alvin Kamara is used for protection in a way instead of just straight out power playing it. I'll most likely do a follow-up video because I really want to dig into the Miles Sanders Chuba Hubbard situation. But it doesn't seem like it's going to develop anywhere near that. But we can always find out something between now and kickoff. So this is Grade A Fantasy with the Week 8 review of my favorite picks and props on Prize Picks. This is Grade A Fantasy with Grade A Picks on Prize Picks. And I'm signing off. Have a good night and have a great weekend. Most importantly, good luck and win. Don't forget, like and subscribe.